Okay? I'm trying to, this is my big break. I'm just getting excited. No, seriously. I hope you're trying to get the point of what I was trying to do. After my second loss, I started this organization. I wrote that in the newsletter. I did it for not vanity, but selfish reasons. I just wanted to keep saying my baby's names.
Move mountains, bring it to its feet, and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. To put so much effort to set up and come to a place and not make one sale, always disappointed. I've seen that. You heard it in my voice, girl. I thought I would at least be able to buy one pack of oxtails for Thanksgiving.
And it's only by the grace of God that I survived not bringing my baby home. This unexpected conception that I perceived to be a blessing became an unwarranted lesson in trusting God even when it's hard. Even when I can't have my way and the circumstances will not change no matter how hard I pray. From the excitement of hearing your first heartbeat to learning your little face I would not meet because your heartbeat had become too weak and you stopped developing. I was wrecked with sadness like, this is utter madness because I had plans for us. You were supposed to be my first little girl, the light of my world, the apple of my eye. I already had a name for you. Just I.
1 in 4 mothers knows the pain of losing a baby. I am one of those mothers. My name is Camille, and my journey began with the loss of my beautiful baby boy, Casimir. I had a couple of ectopic pregnancies, a couple miscarriages in between my son Richard and our baby boy Casimir. 20 years in between, actually, that God blessed us to have another child. And God allowed us to have Casimir for about 4 months. And then he took him home to be with him. He passed in the result, and it was one of the hardest things that me and my husband, my family went through because, like I said, 20 years later, we were blessed with another child for God to just call him home. So this program, Danielle and all of the ladies here have really kind of just been there for me, helping me get through it. Even though it has been 15 years ago since Casimir passed, it's still very, very sensitive. So I'm just glad to be here today to share my story. Hope that it may help someone to let you know that you are not alone, that God got you and he's got your baby. And I just know that I need to do what I need to do to be a Christian, to be able to see my son and Ken.
1 in 4 mothers knows the pain of losing a baby. I'm one of those mothers. My name is Ashley Mayfield, and my journey began with the loss of my son, Jatavian Hayes. By speaking with Angel Babies Matter, I hope to honor my baby's memory and affirm that we already know that every angel baby matters. I became a mother at the age of 18, and my child was born June 17, 2001. I lost him 11/3/2001 to a brain tumor that grew instead of his brain. I then journeyed through life with having 6 miscarriages, and then I birthed my son through infertility infertility matters, which I now have a 4, about to be 5-year-old, Kingston. I then tried to do it again in July of 2024. Unfortunately, we lost our baby girl in August 1st, 2024, when I had to have a DNC. It's hard. I think about them all every day. But I am glad that there is support like this that helps us, especially women like me, even though it's been over 20 years that I lost a Tavian. The pain does not get better. Unfortunately, we just deal with it in our own way. So I thank Angel Babies Matters for this occasion, and I thank you all.
1 in 4 mothers suffers pregnancy and infant loss, and I am one of those mothers. My name is Felicia, and my beautiful baby, Josiah Monroe Moore, came into the world and exited very quickly in 2023. During that time, I suffered great sadness and depression. However, Danielle, the founder and CEO of Angel Babies Matter Network, came to me, met me where I was, and gave life to my situation that I thought was dead. Through her work with me and the purpose of her organization, I've learned to honor my angel baby and to live with the fact and the knowledge that she matters.
1 in 4 mothers knows the pain of losing a baby, and I am one of those mothers. My name is Xiomara, and my journey began with the loss of my beautiful baby boy, Kai. By speaking with Angel Babies Matters Network, I hope to honor my baby's memory and affirm what we already know, that every angel baby matters. That letting or that healing doesn't mean forgetting.
I think my biggest takeaway from today's event is using your healing for healing for others. There's so much pain in purpose, purpose in pain. And so I think sharing that just reminds me of how healing it can be for others.
It's given me courage to keep telling my story to help others. And it's also given me a sense of belonging that other mothers out there have gone through the same thing you have. And it's nice to know that this is organization is actually here to help other mothers.
Today's event has inspired me to make sure that I have self-care time. Also to take that time to reset each day, whether it be a workout, a walk, reading of a book, or just time to myself. Today's event reminded me that we need that time to reflect and get through our things mentally. So that's part of what I'll take from today. I'll also take from today that despite of we may have grown up in church or we may be members of churches, we all need someone to talk to, and we may need to seek professional counselor or a therapist, support group, someone outside of church to help us get through our situations.
Cry. Your feelings are valid. Everything you're feeling is very valid, and to not care, like, screw what other people think. You're mourning, you're lost. Nobody will ever know what you're going through. It's your pain, your emotions. Like, grieve how you need to grieve. And if you need to ask for help, ask for help. Surround yourself with the people who care about you and your mental health specifically. And there's always going to be a brighter light. Like, no matter how how far in the hole you get. Once you hit rock bottom, the only place to go is up.
I would encourage a mother to just do what she needs to do to be okay. There are a lot of people who want to give suggestions and recommendations towards the grief process, but your grief process is individual. It's your journey. It's independent of anyone else. And so do what it takes to make you feel good. Pour into yourself. Through my loss of my son, I don't have an angel baby, but I do have the loss of my 29-year-old son. And I started to do yoga and meditation, and that helped me to kind of sit with myself to identify what I was feeling, but also to find a way to spend time with him in those moments. So I encourage you to find your thing.
During your grief, I would say grieve. Give yourself permission to mourn the loss of your child, because a lot of times people will tell you to move on, but give yourself permission to mourn the loss of your child. No matter how early or how late that baby got here, it's still your child. You still carried it, and you still feel that.
I would encourage a mother, be kind to yourself during the grief, and make sure you know that it's not your fault, and also give yourself time to heal. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to go through the process of grief. Everyone processes grief differently, and in order to heal, you have to get through in your own way. But I will encourage you not to stay in that place. Find a way to navigate through the loss. Find a way to still make yourself smile and make yourself feel loved and beautiful throughout the grieving process.
Close your eyes and imagine hearing your baby's heartbeat for the first time. With excitement, you begin to imagine what their skin is like up against yours. And you've already picked out a name. Now open your eyes. And imagine finding out that it's all over and you will never get to experience that joy. This is what it's like for 24,000 mothers and families in the United States after a pregnancy and infant loss. I am one of those mothers. In 2013, I experienced the birth of my first stillborn baby girl, Angel. And years later, it was like deja vu. Sit up, Miss Houston, there's no heartbeat. That was Amani. I never got to see them open their eyes or hear them cry, and I cried for the both of us. Angel Babies Matter Network gives a voice to women like me and stands in the gap, offering connection and validation that your angel baby matters. And while Angel Babies Matter Network can't stop loss from happening, we exist so that mothers and families do not have to heal and grieve alone. We establish partnerships with funeral homes, healthcare professionals, hospitals, social workers. Since 2022, we have donated over 2,000 care packages to hospitals across the Houston area. And we've even expanded our reach to New Orleans, Louisiana, my hometown. When you think of grief, loss, stillbirth, neonatal death, miscarriage, when you think of compassion, empathy, resources, think of Angel Babies Matter Network. Thank you.